This is reading number 2 and consists of part 1 of chapter 2 called The Yoga of Knowledge. Sanjaya speaks. Then his eyes filled with tears and his heart grieved and was bewildered with pity. And Sri Krishna spoke to him saying, Sri Krishna, Arjuna, is this hour of battle the time for scruples and fancies? Are they worthy of you who seek enlightenment? Any brave man who merely hopes for fame or heaven would despise them. What is this weakness? It is beneath you. Is it for nothing men call you the foe-consumer? Shake off this cowardice, Arjuna. Stand up. Then Arjuna answers, Bhishma and Drona are noble and ancient, worthy of the deepest reverence. How can I greet them with arrows in battle? If I kill them, how can I ever enjoy my wealth or any other pleasure? It will be cursed with blood guilt. I would much rather spare them and eat the bread of a beggar. Which will be worse, to win this war or to lose it? I scarcely know. Even the sons of Dhritarashtra stand in the enemy ranks. If we kill them, none of us will wish to live. Is this real compassion that I feel, or only a delusion? My mind gropes about in darkness. I cannot see where my duty lies. Krishna, I beg you, tell me frankly and clearly what I ought to do. I am your disciple. I put myself into your hands. Show me the way. Not this world's kingdom, supreme, unchallenged. No, nor the throne of the gods in heaven could ease this sorrow that numbs my senses. Then Sanjaya recounts, when Arjuna, the foe-consuming, the never slothful, had spoken thus to Govinda, ruler of the senses, he added, I will not fight, and was silent. Then to him who thus sorrowed between the two armies, the ruler of the senses spoke, smiling. Krishna speaks to Arjuna now. Your words are wise, Arjuna, but your sorrow is for nothing. The truly wise mourn neither for the living nor for the dead. There was never a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor any of these kings. Nor is there any future in which we shall cease to be. Just as the dweller in this body passes through childhood, youth, and old age, so at death he merely passes into another kind of body. The wise are not deceived by that. Feelings of heat and cold, pleasure and pain are caused by the contact of the senses with their objects. They come and they go, never lasting long. You must accept them. A serene spirit accepts pleasure and pain with an even mind. and is unmoved by either. He alone is worthy of immortality. That which is non-existent can never come into being, and that which is can never cease to be. Those who have known the inmost reality know also the nature of is and is not. That reality which pervades the universe is indestructible. No one has power to change the changeless. Bodies are said to die, but that which possesses the body is eternal. It cannot be limited or destroyed. Therefore, you must fight. Some say this Atman is slain, and others call it the slayer. They know nothing. How can it slay? Or who shall slay it? Know this Atman, unborn, undying, never ceasing, never beginning, deathless, birthless, unchanging forever. How can it die the death of the body? Knowing it birthless, knowing it deathless, knowing it endless, forever unchanging, dream not you do the deed of the killer. Dream not the power is yours to command it. Worn out garments are shed by the body. Worn out bodies are shed by the dweller within the body. New bodies are donned by the dweller like garments. Not wounded by weapons, not burned by fire, not dried by the wind, not wetted by water, such is the Atman. Not dried, not wetted, not burned, not wounded. Innermost element, everywhere, always. Being of beings, changeless, eternal, forever and ever. This Atman cannot be manifested to the senses or thought about by the mind. It is not subject to modification. Since you know this, you should not grieve. But if you should suppose this Atman to be subject to constant birth and death, even then you ought not to be sorry. Death is certain for the born. Rebirth is certain for the dead. You should not grieve for what is unavoidable. Before birth, beings are not manifest to our human senses. In the interim between birth and death, they are manifest. At death, they return to the unmanifest again. What is there in all this to grieve over? There are some who have actually looked upon the Atman and understood it in all its wonder. Others can speak only of it as wonderful beyond their understanding. Others know of its wonder by hearsay, and there are others who are told about it and do not understand a word. He who dwells within all living bodies remains forever indestructible. Therefore, you should never mourn for anyone. Even if you consider this from the standpoint of your own caste duty, you ought not to hesitate. For to a warrior, there is nothing nobler than a righteous war. Happy are the warriors to whom a battle such as this comes. It opens a door to heaven. But if you refuse to fight this righteous war, you will be turning aside from your duty. You will be a sinner and disgraced. People will speak ill of you throughout the ages. To a man who values his honor, that is surely worse than death. The warrior chiefs will believe it was fear that drove you from the battle. You will be despised by those who have admired you so long. Your enemies also will slander your courage. They will use the words which should never be spoken. What could be harder to bear than death, than that? Die and you win heaven. Conquer and you enjoy the earth. Stand up now, O son of Kunti, and resolve to fight. Realize that pleasure and pain, gain and loss, victory and defeat are all one and the same. Then go into battle. Do this and you cannot commit any sin.